Hello. Welcome to bonus episode 115. Trying to interrupt me over here.
Classic. So rude. No, I was going to say that. Have you noticed we started recording our bonus eps with mics?
Oh, yeah. So the audio is
The
better.
audio is better. We like not holding mics, obviously. And a lot of people have told us, like, oh, get those mic things that come in, the boom arms.
We're like, okay, we don't have a podcast studio yet, but like when that's a reality, we will have those.
Yeah. But until then, we hold the mics and it's fine.
Yeah.
But we just finished talking about kind of like our elevator pitch, which is like a really helpful exercise for us because, as you heard, if you listen to the episode, we got really caught up when we had literally like 35 people in one night ask us what our podcast was about.
It was seriously embarrassing how poorly I tried to explain what our brand is. Well, yes, I didn't hear when you tried, so I feel like I can only speak for myself. It was so sad. Like the confidence that I lacked, I was like, who is this person?
It's not us.
Like, I seriously wanted to be like, can you just like walk away? I don't want to talk about this. Like, please, like, I love the Conscious Cowboy so much, but like in this moment, I am disappointed. Please walk away.
Walk away. I'm so
oh my
hot
gosh.
right now from no.
It was not good. It was not good. So
No, it's true though.
After that, we were like, we need to get our shit together and we need to have a concrete thing for what we will say, or at least like have words in the back of our head that we could be like, okay, yeah, we'll just like throw that out. Like, does this person look like they have 4 minutes or is it 30 seconds? Like how fast do I need to talk?
30 seconds.
Yeah.
You lose people after a certain amount of time. So you
fully do, especially in these times.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my God.
Something you had mentioned in the episode that I want to touch further on was the idea of the weekend that we had in San Diego as an expanding event for us.
Yes.
And I love that idea because I think a lot of times like something happens to us and we go visit somewhere or we meet someone, we're hanging out with someone and we like we know it's special and we know it was like a unique and important experience, but we don't reflect back on it and really see the value and like, okay, what did that actually do for me?
Yeah.
That weekend in San Diego not just opened our eyes that we are actually ready to leave the nest and move away, but it showed us that we need to nail down our elevator pitch, which we already were thinking of doing, but we just like didn't have a real reason to do it because we hadn't been like meeting a ton of new people recently. So it was like those two reasons, but also like something that you had mentioned to me, I think off mic, was just you feel this need to be around people our age right now.
Yes.
And I was just like, yeah, that's so true. Like, I don't know if I would have reflected back on that weekend as much as we have if it wasn't for you. So thank you.
Oh, yeah, you're
for
so
being
welcome.
that type of person who thinks that deeply into things.
Yeah,
it's very important.
Do.
That journal, I'm going to buy you like 800 more.
I love journals.
Never stop.
Yeah, I know. I just feel like, I don't know why I do that, but I feel like whenever I have like a certain feeling that is stronger than feelings that I experience every day, I'm just like, whoa, why am I feeling this? And I want to feel more of this. So let's figure out why. And once we do that, now I can cultivate more of it.
She's fucking on it, guys. Oh my God. See, we're all learning so much from Madison. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You're so welcome.
Yeah, that's really special.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Then I start to think like, okay, what else like in my life has expanded? And not that I'm going to dive into that right now, but it always just does spark that conversation in my head of like, okay, where else am I getting that same feeling?
Right.
And then that same reflection where I'm able to really pull things away and use that to propel me further.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I saw this thing today which like really threw me for a loop. And I was like, bro, this is like what started the spiral, which if you listen to the last episode, it was like a good spiral, like
a rabbit hole, you said.
It was
less spiral, more rabbit hole.
Right. But it was just like, I felt like I was just like, yeah. Anyway, I was about to get visual with it. I'm like, why do I need to do
Go
that?
ahead. We like it. Yeah. I like visual.
But I saw this thing today that was saying that we attract, which we've heard this a million times, is that every experience we're having is a reflection of like what's going on inside of us. And I was just like, okay, obviously I've heard that before, but for some reason today I was like, oh my God, because there have been things recently where I'm like, I do not like that. And then I'm like, okay, so if that's a reflection, if this is true and I take this to be true, if that's a reflection of what's going on inside. Like I need to do some serious work because I want to change those experiences. And so I'm like, I'm not going to go into the experiences. I'll tell Tess off mic. So I'm so sorry for everyone listening who wants to know. But I'm just like, what? No. Like I want to be showing up as my highest self all the time. So just, yeah, things need to change is what I'm saying. Yeah. But that's why it's good. Fall is coming, less social, although I think we are going to be more social than we normally are.
We're kicking things
but,
up.
But, it's different vibe in fall. Like I feel like it's more cozy and yeah, I take that time to like relax a little bit more versus like, all right, we're at the beach every fucking day.
Yeah, we send it in the summer like gnarly.
Yeah.
And then we're constantly moving. And I think what you're saying is like we're still doing it, but on like a more chill scale.
Yeah, exactly. And just different activities. Yeah, so it's not quite as taxing, but I'm just like, all right, it's time to like do some work. Are you ready? I'm like, fuck, yeah, sort of, but I'm little scared, but it'll be fine.
I'm interested. When we met this gal like 2 weekends ago, I'm gonna say it, we were in San Diego.
Oh yeah, okay. So we joked in the last episode that San Diego was like transformative, like this whole experience and that weekend that we had. So just we're gonna keep mentioning it.
Yeah, until we live there.
Yeah, exactly. See you in 6 months.
Whoa.
Yeah,
6?
I know. I don't know. We don't even have to get into that.
But anyways, we met a gal who was telling us about this like inner journey that she's going on, where she's like working through this book. It's by Gabby Bernstein, I think.
Yeah,
Let me look it up.
I actually don't remember.
And I'll be sure to link it in the show notes also. I actually think I have it pulled up on my phone already. Oh,
great.
It's called Happy Days by Gabrielle Bernstein. We saw it sold Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Target, Audible, whatever. It's everywhere. But it's kind of like a guided thing to help you. I think it's like a mental health thing and like figuring out who you are. Don't quote
It's inner child.
That. Oh, yeah.
Is that what you said?
Oh, yeah. No, I did not
say
it.
Okay. So it's inner child work, which I mean, we can explain. Basically, I feel like in the most basic of terms, it's like healing the trauma that you had during childhood, but as an adult. So that's that work. And I was actually thinking about that today because I remember that conversation that we had with her. And I was like, I don't know, for some reason I had this feeling of like, oh yeah, that would be cool. Like I totally agree with like some of the principles in that. And then I'm like, is that just like another tool that they're like selling us and that they're capitalizing off of, is like, buy this book so you can heal your inner child stuff? And I was like, and then I just totally got turned off with the idea for some reason. But that was just a feeling I had, and maybe that's an unpopular opinion that I can unpack later. But yeah, I was just like, that's really interesting. I do want to look into that book though, because I think that could be beneficial, even if just for some things that are in there, like you don't have to go through like the whole thing.
Yeah, I think for someone like me who's like not as deep into writing and like being alone and like really processing, I like tools to help me get there. Like I like a book that's going to ask me those types of questions that promotes my own self-reflection.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I don't necessarily know if like that's the book. I haven't even really seen it other than I wrote down the title that she gave us. And I'm like wanting to maybe explore it, but I just feel like for me, I have to have something to help guide me through.
Yeah, I feel like we should both get that or something, maybe just also to talk about it on the podcast,
Do another cowboy book club.
Yeah, maybe, or just like, every so often, like mention it, because that would be good, I think, for people. Because they're like, oh, if they're doing the work, I'll do it too. Like, yeah, try. I love doing that type of shit. I'm like, ooh, easier. Make me cry. Like, let me think about something in my childhood that I was like, I hated that, but I want to like experience it. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, in regards to what you mentioned about like doing it, like if someone sees you doing it, then maybe they're willing to try it. It is easier when like you're doing things as a community. Yeah. You're like, oh, I'm not the only one who's like having to relive these things or have these things come up. Like, oh, we're all doing the work.
Exactly. And then I feel like it will be beneficial. Like there's a fly in here, which I don't know how that's possible.
How?
But
we live like stories up.
Yeah, it's really weird. I think I think I had the door open when I was bringing something in earlier, the blankets. And so that's why.
Off the patio. Got it.
But I think that we will see benefits from doing that work, and that's also motivating for people too, you know? So
Cool. Well, love being your business partner.
Same.
Love you.
Yay.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank you. That's really all. Thank you. We're grateful to have you here.
And we will talk to you guys next week.
Yeah.
Bye.